Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the recent events that's going on with Harry and Meghan. No surprise there. And the fact that they are now starting to do more on their own. So I'm going to talk about Meghan's latest venture into the LA gala that she just turned up to, and then Harry being in Africa. So yeah, so if this is the type of video for you where you want to come with me as I delve into the psychology behind behaviour, what is kind of going on in the world of the royal family, most of the time it is Harry and Meghan because they are the gift that keeps on giving, then this is the channel for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you do not miss future uploads. So yeah, so that being said, let's dive right in. So before I get going, it is that time that most of you who've been with me for a long time will know. It is grab your drink of choice, where I ask you, the viewers, to sit back, relax, grab your drink of choice as you watch this video. But also I ask you, the viewers, to send in your videos. What are you sitting back with, relaxing as you enjoy some of the videos that I put out here? Are you doing that with your fur babies? Is it just you? Are you out and about? Whatever it is, however creative you want to be, I want to see your videos, and well, so does everybody else. So if you want to join in this sort of kind of thing that's growing, please do send in your videos. The email is across the bottom here, so you can just send them in there, a minute, 2 minutes long, as long as you add in grab your drink of choice and whatever that is, and then you can always then add a little something, because as the flag says behind me, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So grab your drink and let's dive right in.
Hey Babble family, grab your drink of choice. Whether it be tea, whether it be coffee, whether it be diesel. Mine is dry red Isabella wine. But maybe you prefer cherries and berries, or soda, or lemonade. But whatever it could be, please feel free to add a little something, because like Ems always says, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
So if you've been with me from the beginning, you will know that I have said for a very, very long time that Harry and Meghan are in a business relationship. If you haven't seen the video that I did on their wedding, go and watch that, because there are a lot of telltale signs within that video that in a way tells me, which tells us, that their relationship is not based on a place of love and understanding. Was Harry possibly infatuated with her in the beginning? Probably, absolutely. We all know that narcissists can be very manipulative. There was probably a lot of love bombing. Sexually, he was probably bowled over by her. But love, no. Harry doesn't know how to love somebody in the healthy way, and certainly a narcissist doesn't either. So this relationship is not based around love. And slowly over the years, we've seen very strange behaviours from the two of them, which again showcases that I believe that they're not a couple in love. You're going to have to excuse me because I've done something to my shoulder, and no, what are you doing? And I think now what we're also seeing, it's interesting that after we had the two weird fake royal tours, we're now seeing a change in Harry. And I know because a lot of people have written to me, whether it's in the email or comments or wherever, and they've said, you know, what do you think is going on? Do you think that Harry is starting to see the truth within Meghan? And I would say he's seen the truth. I would say from pretty early on. When you're with a narcissist, there's no way that you cannot see elements of their behaviour. The difference being is that they're so manipulative that they can create you to believe that you're the one going crazy, or you're the one you're not quite seeing things. And that's why there is gaslighting. So there would have been an element of that going on. But I've also said that I believe there is blackmail, because Meghan is not somebody that is going to want to give up the cash cow that is Harry. It's not that she was in love with him, or she was infatuated by him. Well, not him personally, but his money and status, absolutely. She was never going to give that up. So I do believe that, like most narcissists, they start collecting information. That's why they want to know about you. They never really say anything about themselves, and if they do, it's generally made up. It's not the truth. And so they want to know everything about you. So Meghan would be like storing and collecting this evidence against Harry. And so I think that is where the sort of manipulation came in. And like I have said before, she, I believe, knows the truth about the children. And unfortunately, I do think the royal family have had to cover for Harry. So it would also create them to be unwittingly involved in it, if you like. So I think there is some blackmail going on. However, Harry might have been a bit subservient to her in the beginning, but again, over a period of time, you start to fight back. In a way, you either do one of two things. You get worn down and you become completely almost like a zombie when it comes to living with your narcissist, because they sort of browbeat you so much that you kind of end up thinking, well, there's just no point in fighting back. What's the point of it all? And I've certainly worked with enough people that they've gone through that. Or you go the other way, where you start to fight back and you start to argue back and you start to become desensitized to their bullying. You start to not care what they're doing, and you start acting out yourself. And Harry is the type of personality that would do exactly that. And I think that that's what we're now seeing. We saw snippets of it when we saw recent interviews. His body language, he was so disinterested in her. She was trying to get his attention when they were on tour. And again, he was almost playing a game with her by constantly talking to other women. He would know that that would annoy her, and he still did it anyway. So I think over the time, what we're seeing is probably Harry behind closed doors was starting probably to fight back, but we're now seeing it publicly. And this recent separation where Harry has travelled over to the UK, well, that's not uncommon. He's done that before, but going to Africa without her, and he apparently has stayed longer than what he would have done normally. He got himself pictured with a princess, and I'm sorry, I am gonna say it, that was intentional. Because I've said before that these two play games with each other. Harry is very immature, and so is Meghan, and so they play games with each other. And this picture that he is taken with an actual princess, absolutely, in my opinion, knowing that that is going to get in the media, is absolutely going to be for her. Because it's kind of like, this person is an actual princess. She's stunning. She's you know, beautifully. She's young. I mean, no offense, but I'm sure that she knows that she could do much better than Harry. But it's still the game that these two play with each other, and I think that was intentional. So he's kind of gone out, and he's like I've said, I've heard that he's decided to stay longer in Africa. And look at how, like, I've seen some of the pictures, and I'll put some of them up here. He looks happy. And I've seen this, and I know that you guys have too, that anytime he's away from her, he looks happy. It is so obvious. There's, you know, you've only got to have eyes to see that when he's with her, he's not laughing and joking. He's not having fun. When he's away from her, he's laughing, he's joking, he's having fun. And this is very apparent. Now, I think it's incredibly sad that, again, he's gone over to Africa, and again, there is no mention of supporting the Barker tribe, the Barker people. And like I've said, I'm going to keep talking about this until something does get done. I think it's unfortunate that he cherry picks who he will support and who he won't support. And to me, he could have absolutely put his, in a sense, his weight behind that and really done some good in helping them out. And it doesn't appear that he has. And then, of course, then we have Meghan that's now suddenly gone out and about, going to this hospital. And I'm sorry, but it's not, again, narcissists have an agenda. Now, I appreciate that I don't always get all the information. I know there are far better YouTubers out there that do have great investigative skills. I don't necessarily always have that, being the fact that I just don't always have the time to do it. So I kind of tend to go with what I see and what I know. And so firstly, we have the fact that, again, it comes out in the media that Meghan's trialing a new look. It's like, no, she's not. She's kind of looked that way before. It's but she's wearing the same red dress that she wore with Harry, and again, I feel that that's on purpose. It's quite a revealing dress. Now, you know that I don't necessarily like to critique her, as you know, the way she dresses. What I will say is I really don't understand how she doesn't understand her frame. We all have a body type, and you have to sort of try and dress the best way for your body type. And I don't feel that that dress is necessarily the right one. But I do feel that it was potentially intentional, given that she's sort of regurgitated this dress. And it's also, we know that Catherine does this a lot too, the Princess of Wales. She recycles, I'll say regurgitated, that's probably not the right word to use, or maybe it is, when I'm saying recycled for Catherine. So I want to be fair. So there's nothing wrong with recycling a dress, nothing wrong with that. But I feel that there is always an intention with narcissists, that there's an agenda behind why they do it. And that is quite a revealing dress, and it is something that she's worn before when she was with Harry. So I do wonder if that was an intentional, again, knowing that it's going to be out there in the media. And again, he's doing this thing in Africa, and she's gone to this gala. But again, it's this surprise appearance. So either one of two things. Either they had no idea Meghan was coming and she just went, da-da, I'm here. And I don't know if I believe that in any shape or form. Or this was planned. And again, it's, as the royals do, they do not take the limelight away from each other. So if one of them is doing something, the others make sure they don't do anything to outshine, because they want to give respect to the causes that the royals they put their sort of themselves behind. But these two don't. It's like they try to overshadow each other. Like if Meghan's doing something, and most of the time it does tend to be Meghan that tries to outshine somebody else. We've seen her do it with the royals. Every time there is an occasion where the royals are doing something, up pops Meghan. Oops, accidentally, surprise, Meghan's doing something to try and overshadow. We've had this numerous times with her. Initially, it was kind of her and Harry, but we're seeing that she's doing it a lot on her own now. And she's done it again. Like Harry's in Africa. He's trying to obviously support his causes. You know, we had the awards that he's come over, and was it the World Child Awards, and he's been over and done that. And then she's sort of popping up, sort of trying to, again, getting herself in the media and trying to outshine Harry again. And in all these things, it just shows you that this is not she's not a supportive wife. I don't think they support each other at all. And they're trying to almost outdo each other. So he's now trying to carve something for himself. And some of the media footage that I've seen are a mixture of, they're just trying to just carve out their own little personal things. But then I'm seeing a lot more coming out in regards to their relationship. We've ones where it's mentioning the divorce word. We're having ones where it's like Harry is getting tired of the fact that Meghan is overshadowing him in a negative way because she's not popular. Harry wants to be how he used to be when he was within the royal family. He wants to get his popularity back. And Africa has always been something that I think has been very close to Harry's heart. So it's not a surprise that that is where he's gone to. And he is staying over there. But again, we have the children. Now, again, you and I know that, or I know pretty much, and you guys believe as well, that the children are not with them.
Oh my goodness, the work that they do at Children's Hospital LA is otherworldly. And I think from my standpoint as a mother, no one wants to have to be in a position where you need to go to a place like this, but if you have to, the best place in the world you could go would be Children's Hospital LA. And I have close friends who still have their children there going through treatments. Either from high school, close mom friends now that having their children really have that experience, but the staff is incredible. And the amount of work that they do for families that really could not afford this level of care is something that I think should never be overlooked. So I'm just grateful for everything they do. Happy to be here to support.
And Meghan, straight ahead. And right here, please. Oh, ladies, can we start you at the beginning, please?
Together, ladies. And together,
ladies,
right here.
together.
Ladies.
And ladies,
And
for me, please.
Ladies together. Oh, one stop.
And can we get all the smiles in one day?
And
There it
there
is.
we
Thank
go.
you, cute. Oh.
Start right here. Start right here.
I'm starting here for CHLA. Thank you so much. Start with Matt, who's just next to me.
Right here for me.
Excellent. And
Past your bedtime for sure. How old is your Hi, how are you? What's your name? Nice to meet you, Marcus. How was your day? Oh, so really close to our kids, so 3 and 5. Yeah. Take a picture? Of course. Here. So beautiful. Ready?
Oh my God. So good.
Look at me like, what you doing?
You know, I've said before, I believe Archie is over here in the UK with his real mother, and that's why Harry tends to come over here at significant moments that are around what could be around Archie's birthday. He seems to be always over here in the UK. We never see Lily, and I have said before that I have had some very good information that Lily was an adoption that was going to happen, but there were problems and it didn't happen. The child was born and has different parents, which are not Harry and Meghan. So I don't believe they have children. But why do the media never say anything? You've got to ask yourself, why is it that the media never comment that they are always away from their children? Always. So I'm going to put this video footage up here of Meghan. I saw Meghan and she was talking at this event, and there were some moments where I've picked up on her body language. So I'm going to show you that now, so you can see for yourself. And again, I state that when she's talking about her children, her body language is showing something the opposite. Now, remember, with body language, it's always about baseline. I have followed Meghan enough in conversations going back to early, before even meeting Harry. I have studied her. So her baseline is now very apparent to me. So when she does something different, that's why I showcase it here, because I know that that's not how she was originally. So that is when I can see that she's being, or she's showing some level of possible dishonesty that's not quite aligning. There's just some things that come up that are very obvious to me. And that's why I bring this here, to keep you guys sort of more informed, so you can study this and start looking into things like this for yourself to help you. Because I do sometimes see in the comments where people go, oh my gosh, I blink a lot, or does that mean I'm, you know, I don't think I'm being dishonest. And again, I'm always going to say, remember about your baseline. I blink a lot. I wear contacts sometimes, or my eyes are very dry, so I blink a lot. So that's my baseline. So if I'm blinking a lot in something else, it's that you don't then say, well, you must be being dishonest because you blink a lot. No, because I do that anyway. So that is why it's always important to find your baseline of what you do normally, and then you're kind of attaching it to that. So as you've seen the video, so yeah, I'd be interested in the comments. Did you spot some of the things that I did? Or did you spot something that I've completely missed? Because the whole point of this is that we learn and grow, right? So, you know, did you see something that I completely missed? There seemed to be, I felt there was, she does a lot of lip licking, and some people have pointed out that they feel that's gurning, which is a term used if you take a lot of this. I don't know if I necessarily think it's that. I'm not going to say that because I don't know. I don't know. Now, I know that some people have said that that's possible that she uses that. I don't know. It just felt to me that I think Meghan, again, she's out of her comfort zone, which is why she seems to grapple onto somebody. If you watch when people come into her frame, it's like she grapples onto them. It's like she loves the limelight, but she's also quite insecure, and you can see that, which is why she grabs onto Harry, or she grabs onto anyone that's kind of in her orbit to stand next to her. And she does that a couple of times with the woman that she was with, and then the is he the director of the charity? I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, but she's awkward. She's always awkward. But there, like I say, there's some very interesting moments when she's talking to the woman that's there, that's got children, and it's like she always has to interject that she's got children. And I know that generally you would potentially say that, but it's weird that we A, never see them, B, there's never anything personal. It's always, oh yes, my children, or our children are 3 and 5, or it's never anything really personal about them. And again, why would you not take them? You've got other people there with your children, with their children. Why would you not? You're going to a charity that's for children. Why would you not take, or at least take one of them, the older one? She doesn't. They never do. They never take them anywhere. And I'm sorry, I do not believe, because what we're seeing now is that they're trying to keep them out of the limelight. Well, isn't that funny that before that picture went up with Catherine and her, the Princess of Wales and her children, that was scrutinised, we were seeing them. We were seeing them at the July the 4th parades, allegedly. We were seeing random weird photographs. They were in Netflix. They were just randomly popped up every now and again, these weird orchestrated photographs. One appeared on Twitter years ago, I remember. I think it was this one, and it was weird because the hair was coloured in. And I'm not even sure if I believe that was her sitting. It looks like her face has been altered. Oh, that was all right. But since that photograph, nothing. Nothing. So I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think that they just show the fact that they just do not have children with them. They do not act like their parents. There are things that where they attend and they could take their children with them and they don't. There's never anything on Mother's Day, Father's Day, the children's birthdays, nothing. Last Christmas, not even a Christmas card with the 2 children on. It's like there's just, yeah. Well, you guys know what I think. I'm sort of banging the same old drum with that. But anyway, so let me know what you think in the comments. So before I sort of go on to just sort of ending the video, I just want to put this video up of this lovely lady who sent me a couple of books that she has written herself. And another, the guy that does the Royal Pups, I have put that up, David Sow, I think his name is. I'm sorry, David, if I've said your name wrong. He has done another book, which is also on Amazon. So I'm going to put these videos up for you now so you can see them. And please go across and go and either support, buy, whatever it is that you choose to do to support their little ventures. I mean, these books are fantastic. They're brilliant children's books. And I think that, you know, small businesses like this, we should absolutely support. I'm having a hot flush. So yeah, please go across and give them some love. So in the meantime, as always, you can treat me to something off my Amazon wish list again if you so choose, but they're not obligatory and you do not have to do that. It doesn't take away from what I do here. You can join up as a member. There are 3 different versions you can pick from, I think, $2.99 up to $8.99, I think. Again, your choice. But if you do get the one that's the free phone call, please email me and let me know and I will sort that out. Like I've said, I know there's a bit of a backlog, but I will be getting to everybody. Just please bear with me. What else? Join me on my other platforms. I am over there. Also join me on my Coffee and Crime channel. I will be putting another video up there this week, which will be possibly on the Gypsy Rose. I want to do a video on Gypsy Rose. So yeah, so if that's your bag, then come across and join me there. So in the meantime, I will see you in another video towards the end of the week. I hope you have a great week so far. And as always, I love you. I appreciate you. But most of all, I respect you. Take care. Bye-bye. Mwah.